Happy Galactic New Year, everyone. Yes, you heard right. It's the 26th of July. It is the Galactic New Year. So we are planting seeds of resonance today for the year ahead. It is a new year, and it's the real new year of the galaxy. And we are soon to rejoin our galactic brothers and sisters. So, the history of all of this is quite interesting. Well, I mean, supposedly today we're crossing a threshold, um, not marked by traditional or conventional calendars, but rather the rhythm of the cosmic time. So, this is a powerful turning point in the 13 moon dream spell calendar that the Mayan people talked about. So many spiritual communities across the world celebrate this day. I haven't seen much of it out there, but I like the idea that it's the Galactic New Year, I must say. And it's all about the rising star of Sirius, which is our galactic sun. Sorry, the Pleiades is our galactic sun, but this is an important time for the Sirius alignment. So this is all the history of this. I'm just going to go over this because it's quite interesting. It's rooted in the visionary work of Jose Arguel. So the Galactic Calendar, which is a 13 moon calendar, by the way, also known as a dream spell, follows the harmonic cycle of 13 moons of 28 days each, creating a 364-day year with July 25th as the day out of time, which I reported on yesterday. I didn't do a video on it, unfortunately, but it's on the Telegram channel. I posted some information there, which is very interesting. So it's like a lull, it's like a pause moment before a reboot, a planetary reboot as such. And they call it a day out of time because it actually shouldn't be on the calendar. And then today is the Galactic New Year. So it is considered a day. Yesterday was considered a day of like a sacred pause. And I think that's important. We don't take enough time out just to pause for a second, reflect on things, where we are, how far we've come, and what we have to look forward to. So we really are looking forward to a magical time. And I just came here to remind you of that. It is a magical time in history, and we're about to walk into a new version of Earth that is incredible, joyful, abundant, peaceful, harmonious, where nature is restored to its pristine former glory. So these are the things we have to be able to look forward to. Yes, there's still going to be some discomfort, some chaos, some growth that happens over the next few years. But I think, the next 2 years is going to be pivotal in this final shift or splitting apart of realities that some call the old earth and the new earth. And, we choose this reality in every moment. So it's not something that we just decide, okay, we're going to go onto the higher timeline. No, you do it you do it through frequency. So the frequency that you emit, and your median frequency will be amalgamation of the frequency that you emit in every moment. The choices you make in every moment, you know, the things you think about, what you dream about, what you feel very passionate about or highly emotional about. These are the things that are going to determine this frequency and whether you resonate with New Earth or not. We all get those down moments, they happen, especially with all the very intense energies our planet's being hit with. Sometimes it's the body's reactions, not even your reaction. So, these things happen, but you have to make sure that you learn how to pull yourself out of that quite quickly. Take the pause, reflect, look whatever densities have come up in the eye, and keep moving forward. And, choosing love in every moment, how you treat people, how you act, how you resonate, because this is your resonance. It's what's going to determine if you're on the high timeline for New Earth. So as much as the people in this community sometimes refer to themselves as the chosen ones, we have chosen ourselves for this mission, and it's not an easy mission. So it is something that we have to you know, think about, because the choices we make in every single moment of every day will determine the outcome of this, you know. Um, so, you know, today is really an invitation to reset your spiritual compass and walk consciously into a new evolutionary spiral. You can make that decision today. Sorry, guys, the bell rang, so I had to go and open up and close the door. I'm back. Ooh, the incense is getting a bit much now. Anyway, I'm very excited about this. It's also called the Yellow Resonant Seed Year, which is interesting this year, Kin 124. So each galactic year carries its own energy signature as well. So 2025 is that Yellow Resonant Seed Year. So this new cycle is known as the Yellow Resonant Seed Year, and is guided by the tone of attunement, flowering, and awareness. And I truly believe that's what we're experiencing this year, that flowering of our consciousness, right? We're all discovering deeply buried gifts and alignments that are suddenly coming into our consciousness. We're becoming aware of it. It's always been there, but we're becoming aware of it now. And how beautiful is that? So I want to read this little poem for you. I channel in order to target inspiring awareness. I seal the input of flowering. With the resonant tone of attunement, I'm guided by the power of an intelligence. And I want to remind you, we actually all channel. You might think, oh, channeling, wow, that's such a gift, and I wish I could do that. Actually, the truth is, we're all channeling, just perhaps in more subtle ways. So we all, most of us who are in this community anyway, are aware, and we have access to our higher self. And our higher self, many times will channel things through us. So we think of channeling as this like, oh, I have to train to be like that. And yes, you have to train if you want to do it in certain ways, especially if you want to do trance channeling. But the truth is, all of us channel because all of us have that connection with our higher self. And when that higher self comes through you, speak through you, that's when you channel. So we have to start being more comfortable with the idea that this is built into our biology, that's built into our spiritual makeup. And we all have access to that. And it's a muscle that we can train. And as I said, we don't need to be doing trance channeling, but a lot of the insights, the downloads, the sparks of creativity that we get are actually channelings. So yeah, we can all do it, guys. You, me, everyone. Um, so the celestial alignments at the moment is quite interesting. I mentioned Sirius, the Sun, and then of course the Lion's Gate. We're already in that Lion's Gate window. We have the new moon on the 24th. So this is a very, very busy time. I think starting with this 777 portal in July, which I call this 777 portal because of the 25 7 um, sorry. What am I talking about? 7, 7, 25. 2 and 5 adds up to 7. And actually, the very interesting thing is we also have a set 777 alignment today. So for me, that also culminates. Why today? Well, it's the 25th of July, 25. So that's 2-5, which is 7, and then 7 the month, and then 2-5-7. So how cool is that? And we've had so many incredible alignments and windows of opportunity to level up as humans during the past month. Well, since the 7th of July, and actually, it's been ongoing. And all of that culminates with the 888 portal on the 8th of August. And we actually have still very profound energies until the 12th of August. So it's a very, very potent time. So whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to kind of resolve within your spirit, within your body, maybe it's an illness, maybe it's just something you want to work through. It's a powerful time to do that, potent time energetically. So Yeah, apparently I just heard this today, but the 777 is also a crown code alignment. So it's not just numerology. Um, it's also pulse through the field, because we know the field is made up out of sacred geometry, right? Everything in our reality is based on sacred geometry, and us as well. The entire universe, everything is made up within this sacred geometry, creative weave work from creator itself, the source, you know. Um, so this is a checkpoint for those that walk the line between worlds, like I know many of you, like me, have done. We're between 3D and 5D, so we kind of, stepping in, stepping out, stepping left, stepping right. It's been a hell of a roller coaster just to manage. But this is a cosmic resonance that activates remembrance. We're still going on about remembrance because this is a time of remembrance, and today with the Galactic New Year, this is your opportunities to strengthen that remembrance, and to remember who you really are, your role in the galaxy as a galactic multidimensional being, right? How exciting is that? Like, we're all multidimensional galactic beings. It's just what stands between us and fully understanding and understanding that is that remembrance, is that willingness to reconnect, to pause, so that we can reconnect with our other soul fractals throughout the galaxy. And that way, we also tap into the powers, the experiences, the gifts that those other lives have to offer. And I think that's very exciting. And it's also a time for course correction. So if you veered off the path a little bit, or you've bought into some doom and gloom and you're not sure, which way to go, this is the time for course correction as well. And a soul confirmation that where to go, you remember how to do this, and you are on the right path, and not to doubt, and to remember that we make up our own reality, because again, through resonance, so whatever frequency we resonate at, that's what we're going to create more of in and around us, as within so without. So remember, when you buy into doom and gloom and you just get angry and resentful and you just want to shut it all down, or whatever you're feeling, you don't want to be creating more of that. Understand that we are the alchemists. We are the alchemists, and the alchemy that you are willing to partake in within is going to determine your outer world. So maybe in one reality, there is a very dark outcome for this world, maybe an apocalypse, or lots of earth events, or darkness overtaking the world, and that's very much a reality. But is that the reality that you're going to choose? Because there's actually millions of realities that you get to choose from, and whatever one you resonate with, that's going to be your reality. So understand that there are realities in which things are not looking good for earth. We may not make it. In another reality, we are ascending as a collective, as a species, as a humanity, and the entire galaxy is rooting for us. But it's up to us. They're not going to come and save us, like I said before. This is not the Messiah coming. This is us embracing our own Christ consciousness and being our own Messiah. Collectively, we save ourselves and the planet. And we literally do that through resonance. The universe is very neutral. It doesn't judge. It doesn't have emotion. It doesn't say, oh, Shem, she's really trying. She's wanting a good outcome. She's not really resonating on the right level, but we're going to give it to her because she wants it so much. No, the universe doesn't have emotions. It is very neutral. It's simply through its sacred geometry, giving you more of what you're putting out into the field. That's natural law. It hasn't got to do with anyone. You don't have to ask anyone. You don't have to beg anyone. You don't have to pray to anyone to give it to you, because you are the one giving it to yourself. So every time I hear people say, I pray to, Archangel Michael, or to Yeshua, or to Jesus, or whatever, you can ask them for assistance, but honestly, You have to do the work. You have to learn about resonance. You have to learn how to manifest that into your own life. Nobody's coming to save you. There is no Messiah that's coming. You are the savior of your own life. What you put out into the field is what you're going to get back. And if you can't do it this round, this incarnation round, you're just going to have to do it again. I'm sorry, but I have to break the harsh reality to you guys, because I know there's a lot of people that still don't get it. And I have to get firm now. I know most of you do, but for those few that keep, you know, being in victim mode, asking for a different outcome, begging for a different outcome, and not willing to actually learn how to resonate at that high timeline themselves, they're just going to have to do it again. And I want to help you guys. I want everyone to choose this highest timeline. That's why it's so important to do the inner work, rather than, just watching the one sort of interview after the other that predicts this outcome, that outcome, this thing that we have to fear, that thing that we have to fear. Oh, the aliens are, bad aliens are taking over, the Dracos are winning, whatever that story is in your head. Just shut it all down. Just say no. Choose the highest outcome. This is it, guys. We have to do it. And if we miss this ascension window, you're going to do another 26,000 year cycle, unfortunately. So, let's do this right. Let's focus. Let's be really diligent and disciplined with what we put out in the field and what we choose for ourselves. And even though this whole incredible alignment is in the middle of Mercury retrograde, if you look at Mercury retrograde in a positive light, what it actually is, it gives you a chance to relook, go back, check things, reflect, relook how you act, how you carry yourself on a daily basis, the daily habits and routines that you have. Is it, for your highest good, or are there things that no longer serve you? Do you need to let go of certain things, old programming? And there's always old programming to get rid of. Trust me, it's always there. I'm saying it takes a long time and a lot of commitment to get rid of all of it. There's always something to do. None of us are enlightened beings at this point. We all have work to do. So we can't sit on our laurels. We've got to continue to do the work. But the easiest thing that we can really do, which doesn't take a lot of work, is just choose the highest outcome. Choose love in every moment. Have compassion, even for those serial, rapists and people out there that are doing horrible things. Think about what maybe they had to go through, why they are like this today, because they themselves had to go through horrible things as a child. Some of them won't be able to be saved. We know that. They will go back to source. They will be, be turned back into pure light. But there are those that can be saved, and we have to have compassion. We have to stop this judgment thing. It's not helping. It's really not helping. Vengeance is not something that's going to get us over the line. Compassion is. So, sorry, I'm feeling very passionate about this today. But I hope you take it in the positive light that it's intended. I can be a little bit direct sometimes. I've been known not to, beat around the bush. And, that's really what authenticity is as well. If you can be direct, if you can be yourself, if you can be your authentic self without apologies. And I heard something yesterday, and I've heard this before, but this specific study, I think it was done by the Heart Math. When they did the study, they were measuring the frequency emitting by a bunch of humans that they tested. And when they flashed images and scenarios of joy and love, and they got obviously spikes, beautiful spikes in resonance and frequency. But when they put these people in a scenario where they felt very passionate, they were just their authentic self, it spiked 1,000 times higher. Now, you know that authenticity is the highest frequency, but this experiment confirmed that just to us in tangible form once again. So authenticity really is the highest resonance that you can emit. And don't you think that if you're authentic all the time, the highest timeline will automatically come to you? Truly authentic, without ego, without anger, without resentment, without frustration, just true authenticity, right? You don't have to be pretending you're someone else. You don't have to put a mask on. You don't have to shut down your own creative powers. You can just be your authentic self. So, isn't that enough motivation for us to be authentic? Who are you pretending still with? Where are the places that you are shutting down your authentic self to wear a mask because you think that's how you will be accepted? You think that's how you will be loved? No, you will be loved if you are in authentic self. You will be appreciated, you'll be respected, and you'll inspire others to do the same. So be you, be your authentic self, not the fake ego layer that gets put over and we think we're very authentic, but meanwhile our ego's in charge. The ego needs to simmer down now. It needs to relax. It needs to go and sit down because its time to rest is here. We don't need it as much as we did in the past when we were in survival mode, when we were in striving mode, you know, that place we're moving away from. This is the very calm presence of authenticity. Yes, with passionate moments, but not those of the ego kind. And it's a fine line to discern between the two. You may think you're very passionate, but meanwhile you're putting on a persona. So, let's have a good look at ourselves. Let's reflect. I see so many people not wanting to look at themselves, and it's hard to watch. People defending their point of view when you're trying to just guide them and help them or point something out that you are seeing but they are not. You're trying to help them, and instead they attack you for not attack you, but they resent you for trying to teach them when all they want is to be recognized. And that is that unloved versions of ourselves that we are still trying to prove ourselves. So we can't stand the criticism. The criticism is what's going to make you grow, believe me. Because if you start looking at those criticisms, but in a more neutral sense, you can ask yourself, okay, let me reflect on this and see what is there that I can learn from it. Am I overlooking anything? Am I looking from a very personal, emotional lens that I cannot see what somebody's trying to point out to me, even if it seems cruel or rude or whatever it is? Can we take the stance of, okay, let me just step back for a minute and see if those words, if I really apply them in a very neutral way, is there some truth to it? What can I learn from this? What can I glean from this so that I can become a better human, fully activated? So that's my little rant. So look out for those sevens. If you see them, the numbers popping up, those are synchronicities. They're not accidents. They're not fairy tales. They are very real. Those are signs sent to you by your higher self, opportunities to really reflect and look at yourself, observing yourself, and that nudge to say, oh, don't forget, you are a multidimensional galactic being. You're not this character, this personality. You're so much more than that. We take on this personality or this persona, this character in human form for a moment in time that we call a lifetime, to learn things. And sometimes we choose difficult circumstances for ourselves because we are strong souls and we can do it. And the moment you can step back and be neutral about that role that you've taken on and learn the lessons that you're supposed to be learning, that your soul wanted to learn, that's the moment when you got the game waxed. You are winning. So, sometimes we do need to look at this as a bit of a game. We need to be neutral. We need to step back and realize that we're not just this character, that may have chosen very intense and difficult astrology birth chart for a reason, because there's lessons that we wanted to learn, or there's karma that we wanted to work through as a soul. So that's the reason. So just remember, when these things come up, it's not like you're behind or you're doing something wrong. You're not cursed. You're not broken. You're just being brought into precision. Your soul is learning the lessons, and let it learn the lessons so that you can move on. You can leave it all behind and move on, right? Into 5D, into that beautiful new earth that's waiting for us. So instead of stepping in and out with one toe here, one toe there, we're going to be moving permanently into 5D and beyond. That'll just be the medium baseline frequency, but we'll be able to reach much higher. We'll have access to gifts that we don't have at the moment. So think about all of that. Think about all of that. So if you can do the work, that's the Shambhala, the heaven that awaits you, because that's really what it is. It's heaven compared to, 3D life on Earth. And your flame will remember its coordinates if you allow it. If you shut down the distractions, the busyness of your life, the projections, the emotional attachments, you can shut some of that down. You will remember the coordinates of your soul and what you're here to do. So, you may feel a little bit exhausted, a little bit this, a little bit that. You might have issues with communication or technology, even during this Mercury retrograde. But just know that it's all happening for your highest good. There's no such thing as a bad astrological day. It's only good days, because the more you learn, the quicker you move. Eh? And who doesn't want to move quickly to the 5D new earth? So cut out the doom and gloom, cut out the doubts, cut out all the little nonsense news, the kabuki theater, all the stuff that distracts you, and focus on the future. Do you want to create the future, or you want to just go back? Whenever you give the old systems any attention, the old crumbling systems, I might add, the crumbling governmental systems, the crumbling educational system, the crumbling medical system, the crumbling legal system, all these artificial systems that have been created to keep us suppressed and imprisoned. The more attention you give it, the more energy you give it, the more it's going to continue. So we know what happens next. Even if it is like you want to help the children and the kids in Gaza and all the horrible things that happen, you're not going to help them by feeling like a wreck. You're going to help them by choosing the higher timeline. These are all just holographic realities, actually. Like literally, they are holographic realities. And if you choose a higher timeline, none of that things are going to happen. None of those tragedies will happen anymore. So it's literally your consciousness that is driving your journey and the collective journey of this human collective and this planet. So you are a powerful greater being, a powerful manifester. What is it that you are manifesting? Ask yourself that every morning. What is it that I want to manifest today? Not only for myself, but for the world. Your consciousness is going to determine your own world and will be a part in the collective world. So, if you're exhausted, you're tired, your soul is tired, take some rest. Really take what you need. If you feel emotional, feel the emotions and let it go. Move on. There's nothing we need to hold on to anymore. The sooner you let go of the old self, the sooner you can embrace the new self, the new earth, the new timeline. So that is so super, super exciting. And I hope you are as excited as I am. I am definitely excited. So walk straight with your spine straight. Hold your head up high. Don't act through ego. Act through softness, compassion, kindness, peace, harmony, love. Just be those things. All the other things, see them for what they are. Let them go. Leave them behind. So this is the Galactic New Year, that we can decide what it is that we want in our new year. Not, ooh, what's going to happen? What are they predicting? Oh, no. Let me watch this prediction or that prediction. No, my friend, it's you, we that create this reality together. So let's choose the best reality. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for New Earth and I want to see it now. I want to see it soon. So the sooner we uplift our own consciousness, learn all these lessons, the sooner we can embrace this new earth. And I know you're ready for it. So let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm sending you much love. And remember to like and share and subscribe. And to join us on Telegram, all the links are below. If you want to get the links to follow, backup channel on Rumble, it's all there. So, yeah, that's it from me. And for those that feel called, by the way, we have an incredible retreat in Mauritius coming up in October on the beautiful island in the Indian Ocean, tropical island, energetically powerful. It's a volcanic island, so yeah, there's some pretty powerful energies there, and it's 7 days of absolute bliss, not only of disciplined training in the arts of qigong, tai chi, meditation, and Tao wisdom teachings, but also joy and immersion with the land and feeling alive in the ocean. There's going to be so many beautiful moments, and it's beautiful. It's a luxury retreat, so for those that have manifested abundance in their life and want to spoil themselves and want to be part of a week of immersion and rebalancing for this incredible time that is on the horizon, join us. The link is below as well. And yeah, that's it from me, guys. I will see you very soon. Much love.